Okay, we've all done it, right? You're typing a web address and your finger slips. No big deal. But what if I told you that one single letter mistake could literally hand over the keys to your entire PC to some hacker? Well, this isn't some made-up scary story. It actually happened, and we're going to break down exactly how this tiny error caused a huge security nightmare. So imagine you're just on your computer and this message pops up out of nowhere. You have been infected because you mistyped. Reinstall Windows and don't make the same mistake next time. Whoa. It's kind of creepy, right? It's specific, a bit of a taunt, but it's also weirdly helpful. This is the message that kicked off this whole crazy story, and it left everyone asking one big question.
Yeah, seriously, where on earth did this message come from? And who sent it? I mean, think about it. Was it the hacker who infected you in the first place? Or maybe some kind of good guy? To get to the bottom of this, we've got to play detective and trace back exactly what happened to these users, right to the point where it all went south.
Okay, so our story starts with a group of people all using the same tool. It's an open source thing called Microsoft Activation Scripts. You might see it called MAS. Anyway, they're the ones who started getting this really weird pop-up. And it all happened right after they tried to run a command to, activate Windows. But here's the kicker. They didn't run the right command.
And the trap? It was so simple, it's kind of brilliant. Check this out. The real domain is get.activated.win. The fake, malicious one? get.activate.win. See it? The only difference is that one little letter D is missing. The bad guys were literally betting on people being in a hurry and making that exact typo. And you know what? It worked.
This whole technique actually has a name. It's called typosquatting, and it's super effective because it's all about preying on simple, everyday human error. It's like setting a bear trap right next to a popular hiking trail. You just register a web address that's almost the right one, and then you just wait for someone to stumble. So, okay, making that one little typo had some pretty big consequences. When people ran that command with the wrong domain, they thought they were getting an activation script. Nope. They were basically rolling out the red carpet and inviting malware straight into their computer. So let's look at what this thing actually did once it got inside. It didn't take long for security researchers to figure out what they were dealing with. The payload was a known piece of open-source malware called the Cosmali Loader. Now, a loader is exactly what it sounds like. It's the first bad guy that sneaks in the door, and its whole job is to unlock it and let its even nastier friends in. And here's what it brought to the party. The Cosmali Loader dropped two nasty surprises. First, crypto mining software. This stuff secretly hijacks your computer's brain power to mine for cryptocurrency for the hackers. You just notice your computer getting super slow and your power bill going up. But the second thing, well, it was way worse. It installed something called the XWorm Remote Access Trojan, or a RAT. And that's the whole shebang. It gives an attacker total, complete remote control over your PC. Okay, but this brings us right back to that first message, the really weird part of this whole thing. If you're a hacker, your goal is to be sneaky, right? You want to mine crypto and spy on people without them ever knowing. So why in the world would you blast a giant warning message on their screen telling them exactly what happened? It makes no sense. So who sent that warning? Let's think this through. The hackers who made the malware? No way. They'd lose their payday. They want to stay hidden. So if it wasn't them, who was it? And here is where the story takes an awesome twist. The best theory we have is that a good guy found the malware, a white hat hacker, a security researcher, someone who fights for our side. They apparently found the malware's control panel, realized it was totally insecure, and basically used the hacker's own weapon against them. They hijacked the system to send out that warning to every single infected person. I mean, how cool is that? A digital vigilante saving the day. But let's be real, we can't always count on a mysterious hero swooping in. This whole incident is a huge wake-up call about why it's so important to not fall into these traps in the first place. And a big part of that is understanding the risks of some of the tools we might be tempted to use. So let's talk about that tool at the heart of this, MAS. It's an open-source script people use to activate Windows. Now, we should be clear. Microsoft considers tools like this to be piracy tools, since they get around their official licensing. Look, whatever your feelings are on that, the fact is tools like these are a massive, blinking target for hackers who want to spread malware. So, what can we learn from all this? How do you stay safe? Well, first, and this is the big one from this story, double check your URLs. That one extra second can save you. Second, be really, really careful about running code you just find on the internet. If you're not 100% sure what it does, just don't do it. And if you absolutely have to test something, use what's called a sandbox. It's like a digital playpen that keeps it from messing up your real computer. And finally, just be smart about it. Understand that using tools to get around official software rules often comes with a big security risk. You know, that warning message had this one line that is just absolutely chilling. It said, the malware's panel is insecure, and everyone viewing it has access to your computer. Think about that. It wasn't just the original hacker who could get in. It was literally anyone who found that open door. It's just a crazy reminder of how one little typo can spiral into a total security meltdown. So this entire wild ride, the infection, the malware, the secret rescue, it all started because of one single missed character. It really makes you stop and think, doesn't it? What other super simple, tiny mistakes are we making every day online that could be putting us at risk without us having a clue?